Welcome, everybody, to Anti-Aging Food Secrets. I'm Zonya Foco, registered dietitian nutritionist. So, yay, you for taking the time to learn and improve your own longevity and vitality. But at first, I just want to ask you how you're doing. Like, where are you on this anti-aging plan so far? Like, how are you feeling currently? Let's do a little survey, shall we? And let's find out and rate yourself from 1 to 10 on how your energy, your vitality currently, your health currently is, shall we? All right, so this person's saying, that's a 7. So from 1 to 10, 10 being terrific and 1 being not so great, let's grade yourself. Number 1. What do you think from 1 to 10? Your cholesterol, blood pressure, blood sugar are in great shape, naturally, without medication. Now you can pick, like, let's say you're taking medication for one of them or for 2 of them, and they're well controlled with medication, then you might want to give yourself a 7 or an 8, something like that. But if they're not well controlled, and remember, medication is 1 point off because medication always comes with downfalls and side effects. We want to do it naturally, and you can do it naturally. All right, so you got your number? All right, you ready for the next one? From 1 to 10. I can walk briskly for 30 minutes without exhaustion. Is that you? I hope you're giving yourself close to a 10. Number 3. I have more than enough energy to get through the day. Never thought about that being an anti-aging thing, but it kind of is, isn't it? Energy is vitality. Energy is youth. Energy is anti-aging. It is. And number 4, are we ready? I experience little to no pain in my daily activities. Yes, certain foods help create achy joints and more pain, and we're going to learn what those are today. And certain foods help reduce pain. And number 5, my skin looks healthy, hydrated, and radiant. You know, comparatively speaking, you do have to consider how old you probably chronologically are. But for most things considered, my skin looks healthy, hydrated, and radiant. And my question to you is, how closely related do you think these factors are to what you eat? 1 to 10. What's the answer?
True.
Yeah, good. I don't want to see any 9s. I want to see 10s. Because that is true. It's a 10 that we really, our food does have a big impact. Let's find out what you're going to learn from me today. Number 1, you're going to learn what inflammation is and how it is the thing that's robbing you of an active, pain-free life. And we're going to learn what telomeres are and how to lengthen them so we live longer and better, right? And not just longer. We don't want to just live longer. We want a health span, not just a lifespan, right? How to stimulate your own natural collagen for youthful skin from the inside out. And we're going to learn how to defy aging while enjoying the most delicious food of our life. Let's do this. Number 1, what's telomere? It's the tip of the chromosome. It's a protective cap. And what it does is it holds our DNA from fraying or fusing with other chromosomes, which you don't want to have happen. It's kind of like that protective tip on your shoestring, you know, that plastic tip, and a lot of times they fray off and it gets all... What telomeres are they are that plastic tip. They hold it together. And the longer, the better. And every single day that you're aging in a natural world, it's just going to start to get shorter with age. But certain things that we do in our lifestyle can absolutely change that. Certain things in our lifestyle help to keep and elongate. And even if yours have gotten shortened, you can elongate them. This is really fascinating. Longer telomeres are better defense against age-related diseases. A longer life, we definitely know this, right? So take a look at this. Shortened telomeres have been associated with arthritis, diabetes, heart disease, kidney failure, oh my goodness, all these things, osteoporosis, stroke, vision loss, reduction in muscle mass and strength, reduced immune function, that means cancer and to flu, to colds, all those things. But most importantly, Alzheimer's disease is the one age-related disease is most strongly linked to short telomeres. And I know we don't want Alzheimer's disease, and my mother suffered an awful death from Alzheimer's disease. So I'm very passionate about this subject. So can we have our telomeres measured? I know you want them. I want my telomeres measured too, but we're not quite there yet that you can actually get that done real easily. It's only done in the high sophisticated, very expensive labs to date, but they're making advances in this. So be looking for it. You may indeed see that this is going to be available, and telomeres are pretty telling. Now, what is the one thing? It's inflammation that really affects our telomeres. And longer telomere elongation is possible through the constant, say the word constant, daily fight, say daily fight, daily fight against what? Inflammation. Good student, Scotty. Now, take a look at this Time magazine that's like, oh, the secret killer, the surprising link between inflammation and heart attacks, cancer, Alzheimer's, and other diseases. We thought it was just cholesterol. We thought it was just, LDL and HDL. Oh, no. It's something that can be measured in our blood called CRP. We're going to talk about that. And look at the date on this. It says February 23rd, 2004. Has your doctor been measuring your inflammation markers since 2004? Have you been learning about the foods that raise inflammation and the foods that lower inflammation? Do you know? Have you been doing a constant daily fight against inflammation? Well, you're going to start today. And you're going to start today, and you're going to start anti-aging with every bite, reversing aging with every bite. Here's how we're going to do it. We're going to stop inflammaging. Yeah, baby. Let's just make sure we understand chronic inflammation. I want you to know the difference between chronic and acute, because we all have to have acute inflammation. We want a wonderful inflammatory response to cuts and infections, right? But this is the ongoing systemic activation of the immune response. We got to make sure we don't have that. Measuring inflammation markers can predict physical and cognitive performance as well as remaining lifespan. It's really, really pretty important. And the way you measure it, I said before, CRP, C-reactive protein. Now, you can ask your doctor for this test, and he may deny you if he doesn't think you have a reason to have it measured. But naturopathic, holistic doctors, they're mandatorily always measuring CRP regardless, because I feel like it's even more important than measuring your cholesterol, than measuring your LDL and your HDL, and also measuring your insulin levels. Not everybody measures that, but measuring insulin levels, that's another thing. There's quite a few. I'm focusing on CRP today. The other inflammation marker is interleukin 6. These are two. Now, my doctor would not measure my CRP because I have both parents with dementia, and I wanted to, this is in my family, and I said, look, I want to be able to measure this. And I had to pay for it myself. It was $100, and I feel like one of the best $100 I spent, because I now know that what my inflammation baseline marker is, because I'm monitoring all the things, because I'm working to reduce my risk of disease of all the things. That's the main thing about anti-aging, right? And inflammation is a key marker. And I will say this, that my doctor called me and he said, yeah, he goes, let's review that inflammation marker. I go, sure. And he goes, what do you eat? And I go, oh, and I told him, and he said, I go, well, why did you ask? And he goes, because your inflammation markers are the lowest I've ever seen. And I share that story only because it's possible. I work daily to make every bite I eat be anti-aging, reversing aging. But I also work to make sure it's the most delicious food of my life. Can you have both? Yes. It's changing up what you formerly thought was the most delicious food of your life for all these things that you didn't realize, but they really are the most delicious food of your life. And all of these things help fight disease. I'm telling you, this is transformative when we make this decision in our mind. And so much about aging, so much about how we feel, our energy, our longevity, all of that, our vitality, our energy, all of it. So much is related to our food. So let's take a look. Those eating lower inflammatory foods are more likely to have less pain, inflammation, and overall aging. So trust me, you're going to know how to do this. Main dietary drivers of telomere length, here they are. We've got high inflammatory foods on the left. Are you ready? Added sugar. You guys have got to learn how to satisfy our sweet treats without buying those things. Is your house a health haven? Do you have things stocked? Well, what are the sweet treats that I'm going to show you the most amazing chocolate cookie today that you can make that actually is an anti-aging cookie that's actually good for you, that can satisfy all those things. You can make them up and freeze them, and it can satisfy all those things. My goal is to help you have a recipe for everything so you can swap out and never have to go with those other things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we can do that. Wrong fats, fried foods, and seed oils. We're going to talk a lot about what seed oils are and where you find them and how you can fix it. And then fatty beef and cheese, both of these are not linked to longer lifespan. In trying to have some beef, I do eat lean beef, I do have small amounts, but I absolutely have fish. And then processed meats, I know, I'm going to ask you right now, go to your refrigerator and open up that drawer. Does that drawer have a whole bunch of processed meats in there? Okay, that is aging with every bite. I can teach you how to anti-age with every bite. What's telomere lengthening? Of course it's fruits. Having that be your dessert. It's got fiber, which, do you know, Americans, only 95% of all Americans don't eat enough fiber. Starts with 3 fruits a day. Yeah, 3 fruits a day. That's going to help you get 9 grams of fiber. They get you a third of the way there. And it's filled with antioxidants. If you slice an apple, what does it do? It starts to turn what color? Brown, right? And that's oxidation before your very eyes. But if you put lemon juice on that, the vitamin C stops it from browning, right? So that's antioxidants. Inflammation and oxidation go together hand in hand. And antioxidants are various vitamins and minerals that decrease oxidative load, decrease oxidation. Oxidation is the presence of cataracts in our eyes. That's aging, right? The clouding of our eyes. When we have a lot of antioxidants in our diet, our bloodstream is high and the liquid of our eye is high in antioxidants. And then we get less cataracts. It kind of works the whole body through. So if lemon juice stops oxidation on an apple, so should we take lemon juice to stop cataracts? Should we put that in our eye? No. Eat it. It comes through your liquids of your eye, your blood. We want a higher level of antioxidants in our blood at all times. And that's another thing they can measure, but they don't commonly measure. But your diet, when it's pumped high, breakfast, lunch, dinner, of these wonderful antioxidants. And it mostly comes from eating real food. Yes, hence the t-shirt, eat real food. Real food is loaded with fiber, antioxidants, and all these anti-aging things. But fruits, 3 of those a day. And don't think, oh, I have diabetes, I can't have that. Yes, you can. Just don't eat all 3 at the same time. Eat them very separately. Don't do the juice. Do the whole fruit. And make sure it's not a watermelon for a serving. You know what I mean? It's not 50 grapes. It's 12 grapes. It's, it's a serving size, the size of your fist. A banana, everybody says bananas are bad for you. It's just that a banana has 2 fruits. It's like eating 2 apples or 2 oranges because it has less water content. It's a great bargain for its buck. A half of banana is a serving. And when you protect it with some peanut butter or nuts or something like that, it will not raise your blood sugar. I'm going to tell you, you are going to want something sweet in your life. Let fruit be it. Let fruit be nature's candy. It's only 15 grams of carbohydrate in a serving. And if you protect it and you get all those antioxidants, it's all good. So fruits are great for you. Alrighty, next up, vegetables. Yeah, I was going to tell you to eat a lot of vegetables, right? We know that those are anti-aging in huge amounts, just huge. And kidney beans, pinto beans, garbanzo beans, black beans, all of those. So many of us eat them 4 times a year, 4 times a week, baby. They are anti-aging foods. And a lot of people are like, but Zonya, I see people on the internet talking about them being lectins and that lectins are so bad for you. And I'm sorry to tell you this, but that information is false. Have you heard of fake news? Fake news. It has lectins, but when you cook them, they're all removed. Do you ever eat raw kidney beans? Do you eat raw? No, you don't eat raw. Boiled, cooked, all gone, all done. And the longest lived people of the world all have a food in common, and that is legumes. They eat beans. The people who are 100-year centenarians, they eat beans on a regular basis. So kidney beans, garbanzo beans, they're high in protein, they're high in magnesium, they're high in potassium, they're high in all these fantastic things. So beans are fantastic for you, just properly cooked, and you don't have to worry about lectins. Whole grains, very important. Not telling you to eat mountains of grains, but that's what fuels our energy. That's what fuels us to be able to exercise. And we know that exercise puts muscle on our body. So we've got to have both protein and carbohydrate. So like 4, sometimes only 4 whole grains a day, maybe 6 or 8, but not mountains of them, like the old food pyramids used to say, but whole grains. And then nuts, seeds, and flax. I'm going to show you today how to make sure you include ground flaxseed in every dessert you make, every baked good. We use ground flax so much. It's so powerful. And herbs and spices. I'm going to show you how to use a lot of herbs and spices on your salmon today. If there's a way to improve anti-inflammation, right, bring down inflammation, it's to double, triple the amount of spices that we use in our foods. That's right. Learning to confidently use herbs and spices. And I'm going to teach you one herb today that you've never heard of before. I can guarantee it. And you're going to be mind blown because it's one that I'm just learning about myself. So very exciting about that. But wait a second. We just talked about what to eat. So how's America doing, right? We're doing pretty good, right? What's our top 10 foods that we love? Well, oh. Do you think any of these are anti-inflammatory? Or do you think these are inflammatory? What do you think? This is the standard American diet, and it is indeed sad. And as you look closer at those potato chips, you look closer at those French fries, those hamburgers, that pizza, you look closer at these foods. And you think, well, what's the problem? What's the problem? Is it the refined white flours in the bun? Yeah, that's a problem. Is it the fact that there's the only vegetable on here is a lettuce leaf? Yeah, that's a problem. Lack of antioxidants, lack of the things that anti-age us and slow that browning of the apple. We don't have anything that's slowing the browning of the apple. Nothing. Everything is pro-inflammatory. In fact, we could pick on so many things, the lack of zinc, the lack of chromium, the lack of nutrients here, folacin. We could look at the lack of nutrients, antioxidants here. But I also want to dial you in that there's a great deal of seed oils here. Yeah, those French fries, those chips, those donuts, they're fried in seed oils. By the way, the peanuts are good. I would totally eat those. Just saying. All right. What are seed oils? You've been hearing about them, right? Well, it's cottonseed, soybean, canola, corn. But something has come under discussion that a lot of times things say soybean oil or they say canola oil. And you're like, okay, that's good. It's not partially hydrogenated. So we know that's bad. That's trans fats. That's bad. And you're thinking canola oil. That's an unprocessed real food. Or is it a highly ultra-processed food? Is it really a real food? Is canola oil a real food? You know, scientifically, when we look at it, we have always looked at it for years, and it's incredibly low in saturated fat. And we thought, dang, that's good. And it's got really good, all these things. You're like, oh my gosh, this is great. It's even got a little bit of omega-3 fats in canola. You're like, this is such a great oil. And we've always thought for a long time that it's a great oil. But it's become under question recently. Let's go back to our slide. It's become under question. Always thought to be heart healthy for years. And even I thought so. Every dietitian, every doctor. But we learn as we go. It's now being questioned because when we process food, it changes things. It's highly processed. It is extracted through high heat, pressure, and chemical solvents like hexane. Some of the hexane is still present. Not good. But most importantly, what we're finding is that it has a high omega-6. We need some omega-6. It's actually an essential oil, but we eat so much omega-6 and it drives down our omega-3. And even though we try to eat fish a couple times a week, we try to have some flaxseed to get some omega-3, it's always beaten down because we have so much omega-6 coming in all over the place. So it creates this inflammation risk. It's an imbalance of omega-3s. So we're learning that seed oils, even though we as a country, we subsidize these, we grow these, we can manufacture these, what is the better choice? First of all, how to avoid seed oils. Buy instead, the better choice is olive oil and avocado oil. Why? These are just pressed. They're just pressed. A very gentle cold extract is absolutely the best. And you want it to be extra virgin olive oil. Avocado oil is a high heat oil. I like those two oils all the time. You'll see those out. My favorite of all olive oils is this Eden olive oil, but there's many that you can find. This is very, very high quality and it has very high in polyphenols and the flavor of it is so good and you can pour it and dip bread in it instead of butter. If I were going to butter bread, if I'm going to grill something for a sandwich, I'm going to use this, not butter. Or margarine, wouldn't use margarine. Small amounts of butter sometimes for a few things, but usually oil. And I just want to say that oil or your avocado oil, yep, got that too. And you can buy this at Aldi or wherever. Aldi has good olive oil too, if you want to get there. So those are my ideas for you. But back to this. I think this is the number one thing. And when you need a solid fat, so this is changing things. When you need a solid fat, use coconut oil. And we used to say that was bad. It was solid at room temperature, very solid. We used to say it's bad. Butter or ghee, any of these, I think on occasion, small amounts, but I'm usually using olive oil and avocado oil. That's what I'm usually using. And if you could, in a perfect world, you get all your fat just from avocados and nuts and salmon in that picture. And that's where you get all your fat from. And some people do that. But I don't tell you to do anything I don't do myself. I still use some oil, and I still use some oil in cooking. And when you saute something with a little bit of oil, that oil helps the tomatoes and the lycopenes, helps it be more available. So the oil plays a really good role. So how to get seed oils, two big major places. One, right here. This is the new change. This is the new you. But the next thing is avoid ultra-processed foods such as salad dressings. You don't buy any salad dressings, do you? Most people do. I have for a long time in my life, but not anymore. Because when I look at this is huge place where you're getting seed oils. And here you made this luscious, antioxidant-rich salad. And you went and trashed it and made your salad dress to kill with an aging elixir. And I know y'all liked me until now, right? And you're all like, whoa, really? Yeah, really. So I want to help you get off the bottle. Vinegar and oil is a great dressing. Some vinegars are so good, aged. I just use that vinegar, like a great aged Fustini's 18-year vinegar, just straight. Or you can do the 2-1-1 formula. That's really easy. 2 extra virgin olive oil, 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar, and 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Then you'll get to where you're 1-to-1. You're even on the oil to the vinegar, and then pretty soon you'll get to where you have more vinegar and less oil. But anywhere in there, this is the 2-1-1 formula, and you can mix that up. Kids can learn it. Makes a great dressing. The Dijon mustard is great flavor. 3 ingredients, great idea. So I'm going to show you how to make a really great chili lime dressing in a moment. But before I do that, I want to play a little game. So go ahead and type this, what you think. Name this food, are rich in antioxidants and essential nutrients that help reduce inflammation, protect telomeres, and slow the aging process. What is that? Anybody know? Fruit. Great question. Salmon. But what I'm looking for is dark leafy greens. Dark leafy greens. And do you eat 2 cups or more every single day of dark leafy greens? Every single day. Twice a day. Lunch and dinner. Why not? This next one, are rich in healthy fats, fiber, antioxidants, and vitamins that help reduce inflammation, support skin elasticity, and protect against premature aging. Well, I'll help you out. Avocados. Yes, avocados are named that food. So we got leafy greens, we got avocados, and we want to turn it into a homemade salad dressing. I want to show you how to make this chili lime fajita salad right now. And if you're afraid of cooking salmon, well, don't be afraid anymore. Here we go. I'm using my Eden favorite olive oil. The flavor of this, the polyphenol content's super high. It's great quality. And then I'm juicing a lime. So I've got 1 whole lime in there. So you've got a really good, great lime flavor. And then 2 tablespoons of chopped cilantro went in there. And then honey. Now, the recipe says 1 to 2 tablespoons. I just went with 1. A little bit of honey is great nutritional food. It's actually medicinal. You could use 2 tablespoons if you wanted to, but I didn't. And then mango chunks. You can buy them frozen. You can cheat, you guys. You can cheat. But I wanted to show you how to do it fresh. There's this pit in the center. And so you take it elongated and you are able to cut it this way. I'm going to turn it into a porcupine. Mango porcupine, and you can just easily cut off the chunks into your salad like so. Next is the black beans. I'm going quickly here because we don't have a lot of time. And we've got, that was jalapeno, fresh jalapeno. Now I want to show you that I get my fish from Wild Alaskan Company. I have it shipped. It's kind of pricey. If you have a Costco membership, you can get great fish there. But wild salmon is definitely the way to go. I'm cutting each into 4 smalls because we are doing lunch portion sizes here. I'm using olive oil in my spritzer, in my misto spritzer, and then here's the spices. Now I'm using that coconut sugar. You could use brown sugar, doesn't matter. And look at this smoked paprika. We're giving you the recipe, so don't worry, you can print this off and have everything you need. It's got chili powder and ground cumin, and then look at this, that lime zest is in there. You don't see it, but it's in there. And I'm gonna make sure I get my peppers all sliced up so they're ready to go. And now I have a hot stainless steel pan. I always heat the pan first and then put the oil in. Nothing sticks, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing sticks when you do it this way. All right, it was hot. I add my oil, and that might look like it's sticking, but it's really not. It's just browning. That's called blackened. This is very blackened. I blackened the spices right into that salmon. Now, the recipe says to do the peppers first, but I did them together like that because I'm like that. I'm saving time. And in goes the peppers that are grilled. I love grilled veggies on a salad. It's so yummy, and the nice combination of raw and fresh. And then, yeah, this avocado is still good. Sometimes, managing your avocados are difficult sometimes. And then that dressing goes on top. The flavor of this, ladies and gentlemen, is amazing. Anybody you serve this to will go, wow, mango and avocado and salmon. That is an anti-aging meal right there. With the legumes, the black beans in there, all of that. I hope you'll try it. It's a great company meal, but a great weeknight meal, anything. So give that a try. True or false? There's something called black cumin seed that, thanks to its powerful compound thymoquinone, has been shown to lower cholesterol as effectively as cholesterol-lowering medication, by the way, blood pressure as effectively as blood pressure medication, and even help with weight loss, making it a true multitasking super seed. Is it true? It's true, you guys. What is this stuff? And it's not cumin seeds. It's a totally different thing. It is a spice. It's from a different family, but it's called black cumin seed. And this is how you'll find it. You can buy it at Amazon, Walmart, all these places. I am constantly searching, learning. I've given you the resources on this slide. You'll see the slide. You'll be able to use them. But I'm constantly learning and saying, how can we find things that are easy adds that are better than medications? How can we control diseases and do it naturally with our food? Food is healing. Food is our medicine, right? How can we use food? And I will tell you that there are over 1,000 beneficial, positive studies showing how beneficial this is. It's because it's not a pharmaceutical drug. Nobody advertises it. Nobody knows about it. I found out about it through Dr. Greger, and I gave you the link to his videos on it. He has several talking about this amazing thing, and he adds it to every meal that he eats, and I add it to every meal that I eat. So right here it is. You buy the black cumin seeds. You put it in a shaker bottle like this, and I shake this onto any kind of meal. I hope you'll check it out, and I hope you'll start adding it, because look at this list. Even fertility, even brain health, lung function, kidney, blood sugar regulation, cholesterol, blood pressure, all these things, and weight loss. Always looking for things that will help tip the scales for us in helping us manage weight, because I know managing weight is tough. I know it's hard. And I love to find things like this. Very economical, simple, easy way to add. And this is not that spicy, but it is a little bit spicy, but it's not really. So I think you enjoyed it. So there you go. Next up, but these are amazing smart cookies. They're higher in omega-3s, higher in protein and fiber. There's no seed oils. We just use natural peanut butter. They're very low in sugar. They only have a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, or I used organic brown coconut sugar, which has a very low glycemic index. So you can trade that out if you'd like. That's something that I highly suggest you try. And these Coke Chocolate Bliss breakfast cookies, I know that we're putting the link to the recipe. Becky's doing that right now. So definitely print this recipe off and just make them. It's super easy. You can do it. You can make it. So you can follow this recipe. There's applesauce in it and mashed banana, and it's just great. It's super simple, real ingredients, and you'll love it. And it'll make 15 robust breakfast size, or it'll make smaller size, like 25 or more smaller size cookies. So there you go. You don't just need to eat these for breakfast. You can eat them as a little snack midday if you make them nice and small. So there you go. That's the ideas. All right, we're coming in towards the end. I have 2 more major points I want to share. This one is about skin. 6 ways to have more youthful, radiant skin. Don't we all want that? We all want that. Are you ready for the first one? Plentiful hydration. It's so important. And you can see the difference in the mirror. Like, sometimes you look in the mirror, you smile, and your crow's feet are really indented. And sometimes your crow's feet are not very indented. It's because of how much water you've drank, how hydrated you are. Starting first thing in the morning. Those of you that have taken the diet-free course with me, you know that our number 1 habit is drink water and start first thing in the morning. As soon as you get up, you're dehydrated when you get up. So water your flour. Don't drink coffee. Drink water. A good 16 ounces of water before you have coffee or tea. All right? So drink water first thing in the morning. Also, green tea, those things are really great too with polyphenols. But number 2, antioxidant-rich and anti-inflammatory foods. We've been talking about that. We've been talking about vitamin C and zinc, actually, whether you get in a 1 a day. Those of you who know me, you know that I share in my course about my supplement routine and help you develop your own supplement routine, because I believe it's both food and supplements. And I will share that I've added vitamin C to morning and night. 1,000 milligrams morning, 1,000 milligrams at night. Yes, I have, just for the protection of my skin, but also for the protection of fighting colds and flu. So many things helping us with our immune system. Zinc is in my 1 a day, and then I have additional zinc lozenges that if anybody's feeling sick, we have zinc lozenges that are great to administer that zinc right then and there at that moment. But you don't want to have too much zinc all the time. You don't want to over supplement these. So trust me, I'm only at the tip of the iceberg here. I feel bad that I'm not able to give you all the details, but you don't want to overdo zinc either. But enough in a 1 a day would be fine. And then healthy fats. We've already talked about those. Beauty sleep. I'm going to be hitting this really hard in our next course that I'm kicking off, that I do once a year, the Eat Real Weight Loss Intensive. And I'm going to be hitting sleep really hard, because you know what? If there's one thing that invades our health, one thing that makes weight loss so hard, it's not getting enough sleep. And there are so many great ways to help us get good, deep REM sleep and help us get good quality sleep that are simple, that we're not doing. And I've been having a lot of fun researching this and gathering these up. So we'll be talking about that in the next session. And collagen boosting foods, oh my goodness. What are they? Let's learn about collagen. Do you want to buy a collagen supplement or do you want to learn about collagen boosting foods? First of all, collagen does help your skin, your muscles, your gastrointestinal health, like leaky gut, you've heard of that, and our hair and wound healing and joint pain. I know I suffer from some joint pain. And so collagen, wow, osteoarthritis, collagen is really important. Where is collagen found? It's in bone broth, gelatin, pork skins, chicken, fish. In fact, when I ate that salad that I made for you, notice the skin, the fish skin? I actually ate the skin because it was wild Alaskan. I know that there's no toxins, well, few toxins because it's wild. But if it's farm fresh, I would not do that. And I would not eat the dark part that's next to the skin. But I eat all of it because I'm spending more money to get the wild Alaskan. But looking at connective tissue, these are all things you think, oh, I'm going to eat me some fried pork skins. Well, hold on, fried in seed oils. Anyway, hold the phone on that. But gelatin, and this is, Knox gelatin. I'm going to be featuring this in the upcoming course. We're going to be talking about all the amazing ways that we can get this thing into our diet without all the added sugars and food colorings that's in gelatin. No, I'm not talking Jell-O gelatin. We're talking this, which is the ingredients are gelatin. It's just protein. That's what this is. And how you can turn them into Knox blocks, how you can turn them into so many great snacks. All right, and then which foods help you make collagen? Egg whites. This is what we want to know. We want to know which foods help us make our own collagen. And look at all these. Peppers, we just had those on our salad. Leafy greens, garlic, vitamin C and zinc. We've talked about these. So yes, these are important to help us. I take that extra vitamin C in the morning and night now to help me make collagen. Yep. And which foods help break down collagen? Pro-inflammatory foods like sugar, refined carbs, bad fats. Oh, all the things that you've just learned about. Yes, you've just learned about. Do I take a collagen supplement? I don't, but I wouldn't blame you if you tried one, especially if you're working with a lot of joint pain. But I absolutely think that what you eat will help your body make collagen. I think that's the thing. That's where the real magic is. And save that money and spend it in the produce department is probably the best thing. I think the secret is knowing what to do with all these foods, knowing how to include all these foods on a daily basis. I've got one more point to share, and that is true or false. We got to talk about exercise. If I didn't talk about exercise, that would be wrong because it's more than just anti-aging foods. True or false, 77% of citizens are exercising 0 minutes each week. What do you think? Trues. You're right. It's true. That's sad. And the question is, if this is you, you're not alone. Okay, you're not alone. True or false, walking 150 minutes a week increases lifespan by 5 years. True or false? It's not true. It's not true. It's false. The real answer is 7 years. Oh, I just had to have fun with you. It's 7 years, you guys, walking 150 minutes. So can you start doing that? Can you start doing that 150 minutes a week? And once you start, I don't think you'll stop. Once you make it fun, that's what it's about. And I want you to know that exercise is near and dear to my heart. And I'll be talking about exercise really big in our next course. 4 strategies I talked about today. The 4 strategies were getting added sugar intake under control, nixing the bad fats, including seed oils, ramping up fiber and antioxidants, and mastering movement in your everyday. We did the tip of the iceberg of each of these things. If you want to keep going with me, learning and really mastering your health and doing it deliciously, I'd love to get to work with you. So check out online. You'll find the next live stream program or on-demand recorded program, either one. Check it out. because I'd love to work with you. And just always remember, keep it simple and eat real.